you would expect to see. I don't expect to see players like Maru. I know Maru is adverse to weekly tournaments. Maybe he'll be tempted and he'll show up, but you know, for the most part, expect your regulars. Your regular weekly Korean heroes. As we are now finally going to be starting our semifinals match, and spawning in the top right hand corner of Altitude, we have the South Korean Zerg player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. It is Dark. And spawning in the bottom left hand corner of Altitude, we have his opponent, the South Korean Protoss representing Club Envy. It is Creator. Let's go, Poppy, let's go. Dark has been having a bit of a hard time against Protoss recently. We were lucky enough to cast Dark in the previous ESL Open Cup Asia, as well as last week in ESL Asia, as well as Americas. And Dark, oh, he's been getting eliminated by players like Classic and Creator as well. So Dark is going to have his chance at redemption. He's going to be able to redeem himself and get his revenge. Or will he? That's what I'm kind of worried about. But yeah, I'm just quickly double checking, and yes, in ESL Asia a couple of days ago we were able to cast Dark, and Dark did get 2-1'd by Classic in a very interesting fashion with a lot of glaive adepts. That is kind of the big thing that stays in my mind in regards to ESL Asia in that series. Meanwhile, the week before that, in this tournament, ESL Americas 164, Dark went down to Creator 2-0. We also casted that series, and again, it was brutal. Oh my god. What Creator, how much Creator has been improving at this matchup specifically has been really impressive. And I don't blame Dark. For those who don't know, Dark is going to retire soon. He is going to the military within the next couple of months. A lot of people are questioning if Dark can even play in the next GSL just because of how soon he has to go for his enlistment. So on the one hand, I really do appreciate that Dark is playing in every tournament that he can. He's here for every single weekly to make as much money as possible, to play as much StarCraft as possible. So it's cool to see that the motivation is still there, but despite that, you know, looming behind his head is also the fact that, you know, his time is slowly running out, and sooner rather than later we're going to have his last performance here before he does go to the military. So I don't know if that's what I'm trying to get at is, I don't know if that's affecting his play or not, or maybe affecting his rate of improvement or not. It's definitely a factor to bear in mind though, as we are getting into this game, and Creator is doing something very different, and he's going for a robo opener. Oh. Oh my god. We saw this earlier today in his PVTs against Gumiho in game number 1, and I was shocked to see it there, and I'm a little bit shocked to see it here. In a PVZ, we have options. We should be going for a Bay, and there we go, and from here we can go for a Disruptor drop. Typically, it's a risky thing to go for this build, just because for so long you're working with so little, and your Gateway army, it takes a long time for it to really be refined and get technical. So because of that, you're vulnerable to counterattacks, you're vulnerable to Ling, Roach pressure and aggression. But on a large map like Altitude, maybe Creator thinks he can get away with it. You know, the rush distance is insanely long, the likelihood of Dark being aggressive is that much lower, but maybe I spoke too soon, because this is a very fast Roach Warren. Oh, is this like a 3-minute 30 Roach Warren? Oh my god, so this is not a safety Roach Warren at all, or it shouldn't be, as Dark is already making roaches here. He can be pushing across the map. I wonder if Dark is done droning or if he intends to saturate his third base. We will see, as there we go, we have a massive wave of Lings behind us as well. Meanwhile, Dark hasn't really been able to scout too much. He hasn't been able to get into the main base. He doesn't know if it's a Twilight Council, a Stargate, or even a Robo. That'd probably be the last thing he thinks it is. As time goes on, he should be crossing off in his mind that it shouldn't be a Stargate opener, otherwise it would already be an Oracle on the map, so he at least knows that. But outside of that, again, he really doesn't know too much. He is setting up for his push though, and again, Creator, he has 1 Stalker and 3 Adepts to defend. No shield batteries. But here we go, we have 2 Disruptors. Creator is in the midst of moving out. Just as he moves out, Dark is moving in. And Creator, I think he's going to have to turn around if he wants to defend, to be honest. As the Prism is making his way across the map, and Dark is ready to bust down that wall. Dark is actually keeping his Ravagers at home. Interesting. If he had his Ravagers here, I would assume that he would bile down this wall and flood. But now the jig is up and the Disruptors are across the map. There's nothing to kill. The Novas go off and there's nothing in the mineral line. Creator's like, wait, what? There hasn't been any droning. And now that the opener has been revealed, now Dark drones. He's crazy. Oh my god. He invested so much into these Roaches and Lings and he's not going to be making use of them. In a way, he will be denying a 3rd base and Creator is going to have a very hard time expanding from here. But I guess Dark doesn't believe he has, or at this point it's too late to try and bust down this wall and try to end the game, so he's just going to drone from here instead. Lings are going to get a full wraparound here on this Gateway Army. The Colossi as well. Force fields are half decent. They're going to reduce some of the surface area, but every single Gateway unit is going to go down. Is he going to get the Colossus? Oh my god. Oh, just barely the Colossus gets saved. Oh, that would have been disastrous if the Colossus went down. Meanwhile, the Disruptor drop hasn't done anything. He's killed like 2 Roaches, and that's kind of it. We see 2 more Novas are going to be going off, and oh, he's actually targeting the Queen, so we'll get some guaranteed damage there. But Dark is clawing his way back into this, is just droning as much as he can. Because of his Ling run by earlier, especially resetting the sentry count, Creator doesn't really have anywhere near as much pushing power. He doesn't have any force fields available to him or Guardian shields. As I say that, Creator is still moving out, which is pretty crazy. It looks like he's just going to be clearing up some creep though. Yeah, he's not committing. Meanwhile, a 2nd Queen goes down. A high energy Queen as well goes down to this Prism, to the drops. Across the map, Dark goes for a scout into the main base just to confirm what's going on, to see if there's like a Stargate transition. He does confirm that we have continued robot production. I think he caught a glimpse of the Immortal as it was coming out, but he should recognize there's no 3rd base. Creator is going for a 2-base all-in. We have a pretty large army. We have 3 Immortals, 2 Disruptors, and a Colossus available here. Can Dark hold on? He has been droning heavily for the past couple of minutes. He's up to 66 workers. He has 20 more workers than Creator right now. Is that going to hurt him? Is that going to kill him? We'll find out. For the time being, Dark is holding the line here on top of this ramp. And as time goes on, it's getting better and better for Dark. But he's supply blocked! Dark! He's making 6 Overlords right now. He can't make anything. Oh, no. He's making 7 Overlords right now. He needs more time. He needs more supply. He needs to spend his money. Novas are going to be going off, and they're going to be finding some connections here on the Roaches, and it looks like the boys have to be pulled. It looks like there may just be too much Protoss. Colossus is going to be going down. Creator messing up a little bit of the control there, but every drone is falling. The Ravagers are falling as well. But with the reinforcements, Dark, he's pushing. Never mind. For a moment there, I was like, Dark is pushing this back, and then I saw the Immortals. Like, nah, mate. Dark is not pushing this back. He is being broken. Again, Creator catching him off guard with the 2-base all-in. Creator canceling his own 3rd base to pull this off. Dark thought it was safe to drone. He thought he needed to drone, and he did, if the game was going to go on longer, but Creator had other things in store for him. And now he can keep on pushing, keeps getting more value with his Ravagers. Nova goes off getting a Ravager. We have another in the chamber. Isn't going to connect with anything. The Biles actually kill a Disruptor, surprisingly enough. But I don't think we even need the Disruptors, to be honest. Oh no, the Biles, they miss, and GG gets called. Creator will take game number 1. Oh. in a pretty back and forth game as well. It was pretty interesting how the pendulum was swinging. Initially, it's like, oh, we're going for a robo opener for disruptor drops. It's greedy. He's not gonna have much to defend. At the same time, it's like, oh, we have Dark going for cutting workers, going for a 3-minute 30 Roach Warren and flooding with Lings, and they're not getting anything for those Lings. I think maybe the game would be different if he killed that Colossus with the Ling run by. Like that was close. That was so close. He was so close to getting a kill on it. But alas, he didn't. All of his Lings were thrown away, and those Lings were kind of what he needed to defend. He needed that buffer zone for his army, whether it was keeping those Lings alive or avoiding the supply block, right? Like that supply block was so unfortunate for Dark, just at the worst moment possible. At the moment where he needed to reinforce, make more roaches, make more Lings. Oh, GG. And now we're going to be getting into game number 2. Here we go. Will we have a Zerg in the finals? Is it possible? We're here to find out. Because spawning in the top left-hand corner of Gresvan, we have the South Korean Zerg player representing Dragon Phoenix Gaming, DPG. It is Dark. And spawning in the bottom right hand corner of Gresvan, we have his opponents. We have the South Korean Protoss player representing Club NV and currently up 1-0 in this series. It is Creator. And there's just something about Creator's PVZ. Like, he's just been popping off, mate. Creator has been knocking down Dark time and time again in these weekly tournaments. And every time, it's something a little bit different. Like last game, we saw 2-base all-in off of a Robo Opener, right? Before that, we've seen Glaive Adepts. Before that, we've seen Sky Toss even. Like, Creator has been mixing things up, and that's like the strength of Creator. That's the difference between Creator and Hero. Creator is more unpredictable, and his unpredictability can catch a Zerg player off guard. Like last game, where Dark was caught droning. You know, he was caught supply blocked as well, to be fair. But also caught droning. Dark believed that there was a third base, and Creator, like just like that, on the like he just flicks a switch. He's like, you know what? I'm just canceling this third. And we're just sending it, mate. We're just going. Whereas Hero kind of excels at control and micro and overall builds. Creator, he's a very fluid player. At least in this matchup. It's definitely something that I've noticed about his playstyle. He's not forced to conform and just go triple Oracle Opener into Blink Stalkers or into Charge +1 every game. He mixes things up like a Robo Opener, as we saw before. Oh boy. Feels like Creator has been Dark's kryptonite for quite some time. Is it going to continue? We'll see. So we're getting into our second game. So far, nothing too crazy. Hatch Gas Pool from Dark. Of course, to take the Unnatural. Should be taking his third base momentarily as well. And Creator is being as annoying as possible, looking to delay that third here with this probe, looking to force out some Lings. As I say that, here are those Lings. To push this probe back. Meanwhile, we're returning to normalcy. Creator is going to be going for a Stargate. No Robo. But what will he do with this Stargate? We have even seen him go for... He's been even going for Void Ray openers. That's what's crazy about Creator. You know, bring it back to 2020. But we'll see. We'll see if it's going to be a Void Ray or an Oracle or even a Phoenix, which is not unheard of. So we have some scouting going on. Dark just setting some slow Lings into the main, and the natural is going to confirm the Stargate. And be fully aware of that.
The hive cluster is under attack.
Meanwhile, across the map, Dark was able to get his third base on location. Creator just trying to be annoying, trying to catch some of these transferring workers, but a Queen is in position and the Adept does get forced back. More importantly, I believe this Ling was able to... the Overlord is able to confirm the first unit coming out for Creator as well. Does know that it's an Oracle. Now he's going to be getting... And that's what I'm talking about! I didn't say it for no reason. Creator, we've seen him go for Void Ray first, and here, this isn't the first time this week even, we've seen Creator go Oracle into Void Ray. I think the last time he did this was on Altitude. Altitude, was it last week or on over the weekend? One of the two. He just keeps you guessing. He just keeps you in the dark. And despite his name, Dark doesn't want to be in the dark. It's who he is, it's not what he wants, you know? What can he do, Pappy? What can he do? As Dark is going to be going for a 4-minute lair. No early Roach Horn, but a relatively fast lair nonetheless. I'm curious as to what this lair is going to be for. If it's going to be just to get into faster tech, just to be safe and get into faster detection, or if we have something else in store for us. We'll see. As the Void Ray is going to be coming out and clearing out these Overlords, he's going to be keeping Dark in the dark. Because I think this may be why we're going for a fast lair, because the Void Ray revealed itself, just so we can have access to either a Spire or a Hydrogen earlier on if need be. So this is possible, it's possible. As Dark gets supply block for a moment there. Meanwhile, Creator, he's just taking a third base, but is he really taking a third though? Is he actually gonna let the third finish? That's the question. And this is what I was curious about. The Oracles, they go in. Oh, the punish is real. Dark did not have a Spore at his natural base, and he gets punished for it. 6 drones are gonna go down. I was curious as to what the fast lair was gonna be for, and we see why. It's for a Nidus. Dark is gonna be going all in. Creator does see the fast lair, and this is a bit of a question mark. This should be like alarm bells should be ringing in Creator's ears as to what this really is for. We can see the Nidus is almost done here. We're going to be going across the map with Queens and with Lings. Looking at Dark's vision, there we go. We do have, oh no, it's going to get spotted. Creator, the Void Ray does come across the Nidus. He sees it coming, and will it finish? No, it will not. Ooh. Ling's gonna try and distract Creator here, and they're hitting the southern third base. There we go. We do have a Nidus to help support this as well. Creator doesn't have eyes on this. He doesn't see. He doesn't know. But again, Creator should be focusing on Warpins. We have some shield batteries on the way. He's getting ready to defend his natural. He's getting ready to just evacuate and give up his third. A very smart choice here, as the third is going to be forfeit, as we see a mass surround of Lings. Queens are welling in as well. They're off of creep. They can't transfuse. One Queen is going to be going down, and these Lings are having a really hard time. Dark is losing too much. He may not even get the third. Oh my god, these force fields are insane. Finally, we get some transfuses going. Finally, we have a little bit of creep, but at this point, it may just be too late. Nice target firing. The Void Rays are going to be going down, but the ground army for Creator is just too good. Wow. Creator, he was setting up here with a secondary and a third pylon and a shield battery and a fourth pylon. Oh my god. And he didn't even need this. He was ready to give up the third. Oh my god. Again, it was so unfortunate that Dark got caught off of creep. Like, he lost some decent energy on those Queens, or decent Queens with high energy there. Meanwhile, Lings are going for a counterattack, but again, Creator, does he really care about his third? No, he doesn't. He's going for his push, and Dark needs everything at home to defend. The boys are being pulled. Is this gonna be enough? Spinecrawler will finish, and it will dish out a decent amount of DPS, all things considered. But the Queens are out of energy. They were spending their energy earlier in the push. We do have some Lings coming in from behind, but we have force fields to help deal with that. The Prism is forced to unsiege. God, but these force fields are just doing so much to delay the reinforcements. And 2 weeks in a row, Creator is not letting Dark win a game. It's not happening. Roaches are trickling in. We do have those Spinecrawlers still alive from before. Dark is mustering a defense, but he's lost so many workers, and he's going to lose the hatchery as well. He's going to fight to save it, because he has to. If he loses the base, that may just be game. Here we go. The Ravagers have finished morphing in. The Queens are pushing forward. But alas, the hero immortal, the MVP immortal, did so much there. The hatchery goes down. Ling reinforcements are coming in. Dark is trying to get on top of this, but Creator so quick to unsiege that prism. And now We have 2 base versus 2 base, and that is never a good thing for the Zerg. Dark, we're getting conflicting messages. I feel like he's forced all in, but he's also making drones. He's trying to drone, he's trying to reestablish this third. He's trying to macro out of this. He doesn't want to give up. But this is just the Protoss army, you know? If Creator wanted to push in, I think he can find a lot of success. I think he can maybe even break the defensive line of Dark as he pushes on forward here. Loses his Observer. Dark setting up for a bit of a surround. Oh, Biles are not quite going to be connecting. Nice splits from Creator. Ugh. And with this wave of reinforcements, with the Zealots trickling in as well, the Lings aren't going to cut it here for Dark. Not anymore. Usually they're ideal to buffer and protect these Ravagers, but it's not going to be the case any longer. They're all gone. And now, once again, Creator's getting on top of this army. Once again, the boys are going to be pulled. Dark up against the wall. He doesn't want to tap out, but the writing is on the wall. We get another warp in of Stalkers. And with that, GG gets called. Creator, 2 weeks in a row. 2-0's Dark. Oh. GG. There's just something about Creator's PvZ, or maybe it's not his PvZ. Maybe it's his PV Dark. Ugh. GG, well played. My condolences to Dark, as he is eliminated from the tournament, and the last remaining Zerg player is also eliminated from ESL Open Cup Americas. Meanwhile, oh my god, I'm shocked by this. Steadfast coming in with the result. Bjorn eliminated Hero. I thought we were going to get a PvP finals. I thought it was a done deal and we were going to get Hero versus Creator again. But Bjorn comes out of left field and 2-1's Hero. Damn. GG.